Today I'm going to tell you an interesting story about the life of Saint Stanislaus Kostka. Saint Stanislaus is also known as the patron saint of young students and Poland. He was born on October 28, 1550, in Roskowo, Poland. His father was a senator of the Kingdom of Poland, and his mother was a relative of the chancellor. Though he had a comfortable upbringing, Stanislaus often withdrew himself to prayer and humility. When he was 14 years old, his parents sent him, along with his older brother Paul, to Vienna to study at a Jesuit school. But life in Vienna brought challenges to him. He was lodged in the home of a Lutheran nobleman where he could not freely practice his Catholic faith. Even so, Stanislaus always found time to pray in his small boarding room, making sure he could speak to God every day. Because of his devotion, a miracle happened to him one day. While studying in Vienna, he contracted a disease and got seriously ill. While lying in bed in his boarding room, he prayed to Santa Barbara, the patroness of Holy Death, and asked her to receive the Eucharist. In a mysterious and miraculous way, the angels appeared to him and brought him Holy Communion. He also had a vision of the Blessed Virgin Mary with the infant Jesus and told him to enter the Jesuit order. He then asked her if he could carry her baby Jesus, and she allowed him. This is also the reason why in most of his images, Saint Stanislaus is often portrayed as a Polish saint holding the infant Jesus. When he recovered, he felt an unshakable calling and went to a Jesuit seminary in Vienna. But the superiors declined to accept him, fearing his father's political influence might ruin the society's reputation. They recommended him to go to the Jesuit seminary in Augsburg, which was 450 miles away, and where his father had no political authority. With a strong determination, Saint Stanislaus walked to Augsburg barefoot. In his journey, he begged for food and slept on streets just to follow God's call. When he arrived, he was warmly welcomed by Peter Canisius, a leading Jesuit figure at the time who would later become a saint. Soon after, Stanislaus was sent to Rome to begin his novitiate under the guidance of Francis Borgia, the Jesuit general who would also become a saint. When he arrived in Rome in October 1567, he was filled with joy that his dream had come true. However, his time as a Jesuit novice was short. In the August 1568, at only 17 years old, he fell gravely ill from an unknown virus. While in bed, he prayed to the Blessed Virgin Mary to die on the feast of her Assumption. His prayer was granted, and on August 15, 1568, Stanislaus peacefully passed away, holding a small image of the Blessed Mother. Though his life was brief, people admired him for his faith and courage to follow God's call. In 1726, Stanislaus was canonized by Pope Benedict XIII. Today, his body is resting in peace inside the Church of St. Andrew in Rome, Italy, where people come for prayer and veneration. His feast day is celebrated every 13th of November. If you like stories like this, support us, follow, like, and subscribe.